yung video lessons baga, for example, nasa travel kita, nasa travel. Tapos, habang natin si ma-delay, of course, ang lessons ng mga kabataan. So we can leave them the option sa inda video lesson. So again, dili lang kayo niya na pandemic ini siya. Another, pwede pa natin ini siya na learning intervention sa doon ng mga kabataan na pwede mag-absent. Pedagogy is inclusive. So ang wala yung mantra sa this is the mantra of the Department of Education. No learner is left behind. Sa Vice President Lenny, walang may iwan sa laylayan. So, ang independent learning, learners develop critical thinking skills and activate higher order thinking skills. It is also bidirectional. Dually serves as a student material and student output. We can ask students to listen to podcasts or let them make podcasts of their own. So, pwede man sila mga bata maghimo sa sarili na podcast. O kaya, kita mismo awan himosan an audio file. So, it's bidirectional. So, na yung proseso tapos elements. Okay, a podcaster can perform multiple roles. As I mentioned a while ago, a podcaster can perform multiple roles. The podcasting team consists of the lead podcast manager, the podcasters. The podcasters can be the anchor, scriptwriter, editors, and then my quality assurance lesson. An editor, either language editor, audio and video editor. In our case, kita mismo ang ma-edit. Pero, sa mga kanina, if we are in doubt of the content of our script, we can of course ask someone to edit it out. Or, kung di na kita masyado sa inang audio tapos video editing, we can also ask someone from our colleagues to, of course, edit the video or the lesson for us. So this personalities compose the podcasting team. Okay, so what are the podcasting stages? First, the pre-podcasting, and then the post-podcasting. So there are 3 podcasting stages. So during the pre-podcasting, the following are the tasks, or the same tasks for each of the members of the podcasting team. So what does the lead podcast manager do? He identifies and delegates podcaster roles. He determines podcast topics, establishes a working timeline, prepares a podcast tool, and of course, equipment. In our case, we are the ones who will determine our topics. Especially, by the way, not all, dili na topic himuan nato sa audio lesson. Only those lessons which are what? Activities, quality assured, podcast files before distribution, packages podcast for distribution, distributes podcast files to the field. The audio file must be quality assured first, before it should be distributed to the field. So that, at least, may quality din ang ating mga audio tapos video lessons. What else? He also monitors podcast use in the field, troubleshoots podcast distribution and podcast use issues, assesses podcasting process for improvement, collects feedback and suggestions from the field for the next podcast production. So after ano sa kabataan ang audio file, we're going to of course conduct a survey. Namakadagdag yung survey sa inda kung naman ang impact sa isang doon na kung may impact ba o wala, may learning ba sinda kung wala, o di, wala. Later naman, he identifies podcast topics. He writes the podcast script, submits script for language or content editing, revises language content edited script, submits for podcast recording. So kita na ma-identify, kita na mahimos ang script, kita na ma-submit ang script for language or content editing, and then, of course, after na quality assurance script, tapos ang So, ang contents and script, we're going to revise and then we now record. Ano? The audio lesson. The podcaster also assists lead podcast manager in monitoring podcast use in the field, promotes and intensifies podcast use, notes, feedback, suggestions, and podcast script for improvement. Tapos, we can create a page na doon natin nag-develop kung iba na may mga access sa internet. Actually, audio siya, pero bagaman lang hihapon siya ang video. Kaya lang, wala silang mga animation. Boses lang talaga siya. So, pwede mo na po siya i-play sa FB page, tapos